Hello, everybody. Today is Tuesday, December 1st, and yeah, I'm back at it. So let's get right to the content. I'm not going to worry about pressing any buttons for algorithms or likes, none of that, because I want to get right to the content. It's very, very serious, the things that's going on right now, and the fact that whether Democrats or Republicans and their egos and such is just getting more so in the way of the American people and people trying to eat and trying to survive and try to keep their businesses. All they really actually speak about are loans. When you really look at it, whether it's PPP or EIDL, they glorify them and make it seem like, oh yeah, we're helping you, but all they're really actually pushing is loans. This whole process started out as far as grants, but now somehow we got detoured into loans. And people are incurring a lot of debt. And those EIDLs, when they become due, the first payment in March or such, 1 year after they accepted the long term, then it's time to pay the piper. So we have those situations. We have the fact that the wealthy protects the wealthy. We haven't got stimulus as it relates to the $1,200 for everybody, because as long as the Dow Jones is up, that's all that they care about. Wealthy don't care about the small people, which is the American people, the life of the economy, the life of America, the life of US. They don't care. As long as that stock market says 29,000, whatever, and history making 30,000, oh yeah, we're doing fine. But I try to tell people all day long, you all got to follow this stuff. You all keep looking right when they making moves on the left. It's deflection. It's distraction. Point being, the government threw money at the stock market in the beginning of this whole process to make sure that it didn't fail. It's fake money. They're throwing money at everything. When you go around, whatever, there's a lot of people with a lot of money that don't know what to do with it, whatever. Anybody that had a FICO score on Experian of 700, they got approved. They got approved for the SBA. Whether you had a business that wasn't incorporated or an incorporated business. But for the businesses that really actually have those brick and mortar businesses, I have personal friends that can't even open their business, and they have PPP loans. So now they try to make it seem like the PPP, you don't have to really actually pay it back. But even if you didn't, there's tax ramifications at the end. They're going to get their money regardless. Don't focus so much on the loans. And as it relates to the unemployment, it's horrible. I mean, Nancy Pelosi has got to be the most ridiculous person I've ever seen in my life. What makes her ridiculous? Because there's no compromise. You don't start at whatever trillion dollars and then say, I'm doing you a favor by making it 2.2 and not moving from 2.2. It should have never been $3 trillion in the first place. It's not that serious. You start out real high so you can come to the original number that you wanted in the beginning. And it hasn't moved from there. The Republicans showed some type of effort. They went all the way up to 1.9. And then she started complaining about the verbiage. Oh, it says may and not shall. So then that means that no, I don't like it. The verbiage isn't good. I mean, is there somebody who can just override Nancy Pelosi? There's people out there that really actually need the unemployment money, especially the retroactive money, the money that they haven't been getting in the last 4 months since September, the end of August and such. So you got September, October, November, December, 4+ months. And the unemployment people are set up on a program that's not even really actually existent because they haven't got the money. They only got their regular unemployment. So if their regular unemployment is only $150 a month, that's all that they've been living and getting off of. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. And the fact that we have to make sure, and the fact that the new bill, this $908 billion, whatever, it's like they just keep playing games. But at least the Republicans step up and then they kind of do some things. Now, the $900 billion or 908 that they're speaking about now is more so, it doesn't include the stimulus. And I haven't heard anything about retroactive as far as unemployment. It needs to be retroactive unemployment. If that's not the case, then it shouldn't be done. But like I said, Nancy Pelosi and where she's at with things, I don't see any compromise. All I see is her wanting what she wants and then holding the American people hostage because she's going to make all the unemployed people wait until January 5th to see if they get those 2 Republican seats. And then what happens if they don't get the seats? So even if they get the seats and say, "Oh, we're the majority and such." So since we're the majority, I guess the deciding majority or the deciding factor is Kamala Harris, which she's Democrat, so it's going to favor the Democrats. So yeah, that's good, whatever. But then she's going to say, "Oh, wait another 15 days too on top of that, because our president is going to be a Democrat in 15 days on January 20th." I mean, how long do people have to wait? People hungry now. You can't go to the grocery store and then grab some food and say, "I'll pay you after January 20th." It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous that they play these games. Now they turn around and now they got to put the December 11th government shutdown, the fact that they need to concentrate on that and then now push stimulus to the back. They got over on stimulus. We were supposed to have been on the 3rd stimulus. We never even got the 2nd one. And all we hear is the same thing. "I want stimulus. I'm Mitch McConnell. I want stimulus. I'm Donald Trump. I want stimulus. Everybody, Pelosi, I want stimulus." Everybody wants stimulus. I don't care who wants it. I want a brand new pair of Jordans. It means nothing. There's too much talking and not enough doing. And as it relates to the COVID is up. The vaccine, what they're talking, whatever, people hear the first part, but they don't hear the second part. They hear about the part, "Oh, the vaccine should be available in the next few weeks," and this, that, and the other. "Oh, yeah, 20,000 doses, whatever." Look, all that stuff don't mean nothing. Look at the facts. Dig into it. Stop letting and allowing people to tell you partial of the paragraph and then don't tell you the other part. Like it needs to be refrigerated. And how are all these items going to be refrigerated? Also, the fact that, oh, the rest of the public won't be able to get it until June, per se. So how is that the next few weeks? Next few weeks for who? So, you can't just listen to these people and whatever that they say, because I made that statement because that actually means that it's not over. And even once people get this vaccine, whoever decides to go first, who really wants to go first? Let me take this vaccine that you all rushed to get. You don't know the side effects, so you call it 95 or 94% effective, whatever. You're not saying a side effect, and yet you want people to just stick themselves with it and just see what happens. Good luck with that. And as far as the president, Trump, oh my God. Who pays $3 million to have somebody recount the votes, and then they find 87 more votes for Biden for the Democrat? For Biden, they found more votes in his favor, which makes him even more the fact that he won that state. You could have kept your $3 million in your pocket. It was a waste of time, effort, and money. You lost. Trump, you lost. You didn't win. I try to tell people that, sometimes people lie, but there's a difference between a liar and a person that's delusional. And that's what people don't understand and realize, that there's people that's delusional because if they continue to lie, they believe their own lie, which in their mind makes it the truth. But it's only the truth to them. That's a delusion. So, wrapping up with this COVID situation and these numbers, Christmas holiday is coming up. People won't be able to get presents. New Year's coming up. People can't celebrate. Unemployment is about to set to expire. And what does that mean for the gig workers and millions of people that are on unemployment? That they should do a separate bill. You still got the eviction moratorium, 14 million plus people evicted. People can't pay rent. There's a ripple effect that hasn't started yet. Eventually, it'll start. The only reason why it hasn't started is because they keep throwing money at a situation. There's a lot of money out here, but it's borrowed money. It's a difference between, I tell people, it's a difference between revenue and income, profits and margins. There's a difference. So if you have revenue money coming in, it doesn't mean that that's your income. Doesn't mean that you just take all the money and spend it because it's not yours, it's not income. So again, I'm making a statement that this is borrowed money. People are just borrowing money. The grants happened March. We're almost in March again. So that's going on a year. And the grants people got, the fraud stuff, whatever, just stimulated the economy from the bottom. And basically the people who didn't commit fraud and that was honest, they didn't get a lot. Oh, 3 employees, $3,000. And then you got looting that happened. And then looting happened from the bottom again. People stole shoes and gym shoes and such. And then if you see it, it was all by design. They threw the grant money at it first. And then the fraud grant money paid for gym shoes that was stolen and everything. And all that money has been circulating at the bottom. And eventually, that money's going to make its way up and it won't continue to circulate at the bottom. So as far as the looting and the rioting and such, it can possibly happen again. Keep taking away money from people and stop them from eating. And it's going to happen again. But again, that looting and rioting, all that stuff was by design. They made sure everybody had money in their pocket. They stimulated the bottom. So while they stimulating the bottom with fake money, borrowed money, the wealthy people at the top watching the stock market and continuous makes money. So something to think about. And again, watch out for the unemployment. Pay attention to that. The EIDL still giving out loans. No grants, no free money. All the rest of the grants, or people that claim that they're giving grants, is a hoax. It's basically free marketing. It's free advertising. If the advertising dollars cost them generally $100,000 and they say that they're giving out $50,000 in free grants, guess what? They just cut their costs in half. And then they're going to get more publicity because they're giving out the money at a time where it's needed. See how they just keep putting or adding that word grant to it? Yeah, something to think about, huh? That's right, thinkers.